any individual who feels that any information that goes in your processor negatively is basically because it is what meaning do we give to the input that is going inside you. It is not that the other person is always negative or the other person is not very nice or someone is being mean. A person is a composition of good and bad both. There are some positives and there are some negatives. There are always some strengths and some weaknesses. However, when it goes into the processor of our own, for example, someone just smiled at me, I need to give it a meaning, right? What meaning do I give to that person is that, okay, I think that this person looked at me in a cunning way, or the smile was sarcastic, or someone was very warm in greeting me or in seeing me. So it is me who has to give the meaning. Now, if the person, particularly the one who has requested for the response to this question, feels that whatever happens around me, I take it negatively. So maybe it is a thought pattern or it is a personality trait that has gotten so incorporated that we are unable to deal with it in a certain manner. When we look at it clinically or therapeutically, we go down to the belief systems, we go down to the cognitive errors. What cognitive errors are? When we start thinking due to any belief or any distortion that is there in our head, in our mind. So when we talk about the very commonly known as cognitive behavior therapy, one of the aims to challenge the negative thoughts is when we have to address the cognitive distortions. So that is when we identify. So for a layman who feels so, should try monitoring and evaluating the pattern that, okay, why is it that I feel negative or I'm not confident in the bond I have with the other person? Or what is it that makes me feel negatively? Or is it that it is just one person, or is it all the situations in which I feel so? Someone is talking amongst each other and there's a group of people who's having a nice discussion, but I as an individual am also sitting there, but I feel that I'm being left out. No one is engaging me. So if I give it a meaning that is a bit too drastic, a bit too dramatic, or maybe too negative, that no one loves me, everyone hates me, or out of the irritability that I have, I start saying stuff that, see, we should not make the other person feel left out, or we do the same with the other person. So all of these are behaviors that are adopted in response to the negative thoughts or the trail of thoughts or the cognitive distortion that is there. We are slightly shaky about how the person is dealing, and it is happening with the general population, and it is causing a certain sort of dysfunction in my life. That is when we can actually reach out to a professional and seek help to identify the patterns. And the consultant or the therapist or the professional can always help you identify the pattern and an action plan to deal with it and challenge